Congratulations on the purchase of your new Door Barricade System. This device will help you protect what matters most for years to come. In this video, we'll show you how to install it. Before we get started, inspect the box and contents for any damage that might have occurred during shipping. If there is any damage to the barricade, stop, take photos, keep all packaging material, and call us immediately. So let's get started with the installation. First, let's look at what comes in your box. We make every effort to pre-assemble as much of the barricade as possible, but your location and method of shipping may require a little more or a little less assembly. The Door Barricade System should arrive with the following parts pre-assembled: the front and rear panels, the barricade bars, the pivot links. The upper mounting bracket and handle assemblies may have also been pre-assembled. The parts that will require assembly are the lower mounting bracket and the barricade locks. To complete the assembly, you'll need an impact driver or screwdriver, a number 2 Phillips bit, and a specialized bit to install the lag screws. And then that bit will be included in your parts bag. Step 1. Remove the Door Barricade System from the box. Move the barricade bars into the horizontal position to make it easier to lift the device and hang the barricade on the door. Hang the Door Barricade System on the door. Simply raise the device above the door and lower it so that the upper mounting bracket holds the device on the door. Then center the device on the door or position it so the doorknob is easily accessible. Step 2. Installing the handle assemblies. Lower the barricade bars into the horizontal position. If the lower barricade strikes the doorknob, gently pull the barricade system away from the door and continue to rotate the bars into the horizontal position. The handles must be installed on the side of the device that is closest to the door hinges. Insert the handle assembly bolt through the hole on the barricade bar from the inside. You may need to pull gently on the barricade bar to make enough room to insert the bolt through the hole. Next, screw the jam nuts onto the bolt. Place the nut where there is a slight space between the nut and the front panel. There should be no contact between the nut and the front panel. The handle assembly and bars should travel freely. Screw the handle onto the bolt until it contacts the jam nut. Use a 9/16 inch wrench to hold the nut in place while you tighten the handle against the nut. This should prevent the handle from being inadvertently tightened, which could lock the barricade bars in place. Repeat the process to install the other handle assembly. Installing both handles will ensure that the device can be used by most people, regardless of whether they have a high or a low reach. When both handles have been installed, raise the barricade bars to the unlocked position by moving the handles to the top of the tracks. Ensure the barricade bars move freely when being raised or lowered. Step 3. Install the lower mounting bracket. Loosen the screw on the bottom of the front panel that is nearest the door hinge about a 1/2 inch and remove the other screws. Open the door. Gently pull the front panel so there is a small gap between the wood spacer and the front panel. Slide the lower mounting bracket underneath the door until the slots on the mounting bracket align with the screw holes on the front panel. Lift the lower mounting bracket as high as possible and hold it in position while you insert and tighten the screws. Tighten the screws firmly so the lower mounting bracket does not fall, but do not over-tighten or the front panel will bend. Replace and tighten the remaining screws. Step 4. Installing the barricade locks. Lower the barricade bars into the horizontal position again. Select the spacers that will position the barricade locks closest to the barricade bars while still allowing the bars to travel freely. Align the holes on the barricade locks with the holes on the spacers. Position them above or below the barricade bars as shown. Be sure to place them on the correct side of the bar so they do not obstruct the barricade bars from being raised and lowered. The bar locks on the side of the door nearest the hinges should be open at the top, and the bar locks on the side of the door nearest the doorknob should be open at the bottom. Be sure to mount the spacers and bar holders so the lag screws will screw into the door frame. And finally, screw the lag screws into the door frame. The installation is complete. Now, your door barricade will provide years of protection for you and your loved ones.